And speaking of the football, John is here with us as well to look at some of the other back-page
probably a
stories
good job
this
he wasn't
morning.
at the Amex yesterday, see Tottenham against Brighton, because he would have seen
Wow.
a really nasty injury to the Tottenham goalkeeper, Hugo
Had a
Lloris.
bad week, Tottenham, always.
Yeah, that
If
was
you're
terrible.
squeamish, look away now.
Yeah, only one
not...
newspaper has shown the dislocated elbow suffered to
Yeah.
Lloris in full. That's on the back of the Mail, but this on the Sun. This was the aftermath. You can see him gripping his elbow. Yeah, a dislocated elbow. It's been confirmed afterwards. He had to go to hospital, and it just really adds to Tottenham's difficulties because, as we know, their manager under huge pressure. They got beaten 7-2 by Bayern Munich in the Champions League, knocked out by League Two Colchester United, and then lost 3-0 against Brighton at the Amex. So a lot of talk about his future.
That picture of his arm just popped up on my phone, just in my timeline last night. It's one of those. I really didn't. So
Occasionally you
well.
get those injuries, don't you? I remember. Do you remember David Boost playing for Coventry at Manchester United? I was there that day, and he had a compound fracture to his shin, and it's. Oh.
Was it a shot? Everyone in unison, just
Hear the crack.
really nasty.
There were a few cracks actually and crunches around in the England game against
Including
Argentina
that,
yesterday.
right? So that's Owen Farrell. And actually, this was the turning point. You know, England qualifying for the quarterfinals of the Rugby World Cup, but this really was, it's got to be said, the turning point against
Did you think it was a red card?
I think so, because as we know, they're really trying to mitigate against the risks of concussions, which we know, are becoming really, prevalent in the game at the moment, and they're trying to stop that. And any kind of impact to the head or the neck is an immediate red card. That's kind of how they're dealing with it, because I think that they're aware of what happened in the NFL with all of those concussions, the risk to players, and they obviously are very concerned about the dangers to players playing the game now.
England, in the end, comfortable against Argentina, but obviously they were down to 14 men for a large part of it. And then New Zealand are playing Namibia today.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You should have mentioned it.
Talking about something horrific, I think this could be a bloodbath.
Well, to be fair, I'm just looking at the screen
now.
now. Namibia have actually got 3 points on the board, which is not bad.
You'll take that, right?
Yeah.
Against the holders.
You could tell that Rachel is a multitasking woman, unlike me, because the first thing she said when she came into the studio this morning was, "Can we put the New Zealand game on a monitor so that I can keep an eye on it?"
Please don't think I'm not fully focused
I can't do
on the
two things
news
at
at
once.
hand.
Great pictures here, 4x100 metres. Quickly.
Well, and we
race
have
was
now
run.
3 British men in the 1500 metres
All
final
Scottish.
today.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
all
right.
Scottish.
So that will be a really, really interesting one to keep an eye on.
4x400 metre relay as well.
We're going to
in the
talk to the two relay teams during the course of the programme this morning, I think. aren't we?
Excellent. Yeah, I hope
Exciting.
so. And by the way, Namibia, I've just noticed, have got another 3 points, so it's 10-6 currently.
What do I know? There I'm predicting a bloodbath.
Game
Not
on,
at all.
game on, John. Game on.
You want to keep an eye on that one?
Thanks very much, John. Shall we have a look at the weather?
Yes.
See what's going on. Stav, there was a bit of rain around overnight, certainly where I was. It looks a bit wet behind you too.
Yeah, that's right.
Win it.
Yeah, hope so. John, right, follow
It's
that.
raining medals.
Raining medals.
It's raining medals.
Very
Yeah,
good.
it is.
very
Yeah,
good.
raining medals. In the 4x100 metre relay for both the men's and the women's, both teams coming away with silvers. So, it's just yet more success. And Dina Asher-Smith, as we can see there, I mean, what a game she's had. It's just been unbelievable.
Third medal,
for her.
isn't it?
Yeah, third medal again. So, yeah, we're talking about her once again this morning. Yeah, they just keep coming, don't they, for Great Britain. And
7 medals that they came for.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Natalie. We'll be keeping watch on all of that during the course of the day. Of course, you can watch it on the BBC. You can follow it on 5 Live as well and on your BBC Sport app.
And hopefully in an hour's time, back with Natalie to talk to the women who won silver in the relay last night. Now, let's have a look at the weather forecast. See how it's looking today. It's been a bit wet overnight, Stav, and it looks like it's continuing.
Yeah, that's right, Roger. Has been very wet.
Conversation for differing views. What's all this about students signing contracts limiting speech and behaviour?
Over the last few years, there's been a lot of concern that some approach towards protest. I'm like you, Roger. I believe universities should be a place where people can discuss contrary views.
But also a place where your views are challenged. We spend too much of our lives on social media in an echo chamber, and it's important to have those views. But then there is this very fine line, isn't there, between speech that is provocative and likely to cause and generate conflict and speech
Absolutely,
which
Rachel. You're
challenges
absolutely
debate.
hate speech. We only talk to people that agree with us.
Yeah.
We need to talk to people that we don't agree
And
with.
it's a way that you learn, isn't it? I mean, one of the many ways you learn, but you have to listen to other people's
critical
points of view.
thinking is absolutely essential. The important thing for me is that actually that's reflective of what I see in courts. There are loads of fantastic. He wants to reflect that.
Could stick
in
some
his new
turbine
statute.
blades on it.
Well, Gormley did the statues in the sea as well at
Crosby and on
Crosby, that's
Merseyside.
it. Yeah, which
Absolutely.
are wonderful things to look at.
But they look striking, and if they happen.
Absolutely. Yeah, interesting.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Always good to talk to you.
And you
We'll
too.
hear more from you a little bit later on.
Stay with us.
disappointing run that the England women's team are on.
Yeah. John, thank you very much indeed. We'll have more sport for you in an hour's time. We're on the BBC News channel until 9 o'clock.
So this is where we say goodbye to viewers on BBC One. Bye-bye for now.
Have a good day.